So, welcome back to another episode. I think we're on episode 7, and we want to start off with the best news, which is a congratulations to Thomas. He's won his cup final today, so I think that's where we're going to probably start with going through his cup run and just seeing how well he's did.
Yeah, thank you. It was really fun. It's the first cup final I've ever been in, and of course, it's only the Aspirants Cup, but it was kind of cool to win it. It was a tight
Trophy's
game.
a trophy.
Trophy's a trophy, mate, and it was a tight game against Penny's MFC, and I managed to get a quite convincing 3-1 win at the end. Really happy, and with my MVP of the tournament is also really cool because it's a pack pulled guy who have had in the agency since I got him in the pack. Let's see if I can find him here as well. It will be really nice. Mr. Cristiano Marotta netted 10 goals, and he also scored the winning goal in the semi-final, so it's kind of fitting that he got us over the line. I'm really happy.
Is that 10 goals in the cup?
Yeah, 10 goals in the cup this season. So, and 3 goals only in the last 2 games. So that was really cool. But one of the things that really hasn't saved my season, but I also at the mid-season break, I loaned in this American striker from another man from Kev, and he's bagged a lot of goals and made my team more competitive. So, and also got the goal in the final. So it was really fun. Great day for me.
Gotta love those days.
Yeah.
So is this the first final you're in?
Yeah, my first final ever. I was knocked out in the semi-final last season, and I had 3 teams going into the round of 4 teams going into the 3 or 4 teams going into the round of 16s, and 2 in the semi-finals, and 1 got through. So, and I managed to go all the way with that, so I'm really happy. So I made more MFL in the cup this year than I do in the league, so can't complain.
Yeah, I think people, especially lower down, I don't think they realize how important those cup runs are. I know I've been listening to like Monkey talking about that he focuses on the cup in the first half of the season almost over the league, because you can almost pull back the league towards the end if it's needed. So yeah, it's quite interesting that you've got that.
Yeah,
but that's mainly your team as well, just with Kev's player.
Yeah, and it's mostly my players. Non-loans, I got 2 loans in, and most of the rev shares going to Kev anyway, so that's cool. And but I'm in the league. I'm absolutely stinking up in 8th place. So
it's fine. You should be safe.
Yeah,
we have got 1 game to go, so
yeah, I'm safe from this. It should be all right. And the last 2 games, I have saved my players for the final, so I'm not actually really bothered about that. So no, it's been a good day, and doing like with the rallying for the Nations Cup and stuff. You can't really sleep on it because like I think I got 2nd or 3rd place in my rally, in the Norwegian rally, and it paid me like 1,200 MFL. So if you do that for every game, you get more MFL through a rally than you do in a season in Flint or Spark.
Yeah, exactly. I think you and Shane went for the same tactic when it came to the rally, and just stack almost like the nation so you can get those extra points. I think Shane ended up in first on his, so he got that 2K MFL, so that was pretty good.
Good one, Shane.
I'm just going for the $25, pal. That's all I'm going for.
Yeah, to be honest, that is a big thing.
Give me some money.
It'll be interesting to see those smaller nations that haven't got that many people rallying for them. That will actually end up by someone getting like the $25 by not actually getting that many points on the rally.
Yeah.
Well, I see,
but it's kind
because
of
I think every nation gets it.
I've seen somewhere that there's a rallying difference of like 200 players or something in one of the nations. I think it's like Jordan and someone else. Like the rallying difference was 200 players.
Yeah, there's quite a big gap between some of the nations. So.
But still, it's only the 20 top ralliers for each nation that counts in the overall anyway.
I feel like I missed out on a
as,
bit.
as long as you have 20 backers, you can still compete with the bigger ones as long as you get the higher score from the top 20.
I feel like there
Yeah,
was
exactly.
a meta there to be had, and I've clearly not caught on that there was a meta there to be had, because I reckon if you went $1 in every nation, you could swap your rallies over and rally for a different.
I did see some people say that, but you need those to like 2-day window.
Yeah.
So you need to like stack them. So you can do every nation, but doing every like 2 days worth of nations, you could keep rallying.
Yeah, I feel like I just if they still had votes on for sale, I'd definitely buy like $1 or $2 worth just to keep
Just
on
be able
doing
to
it.
rally.
Yeah, it's pretty fun to be fair. Like, I found it like I've had lack of sleep watching the World Cup, so while she sat there watching like Curacao, I might as well start rallying for a run.
Yeah, but we got to talk about the World Cup, guys. Just a quick little thing, because me as being a football romantic, I really love the scene. Well, Curacao scores a goal against Germany, and you see what it means to a whole nation. And Cape Verde managing to hold Spain to a 0-0 draw. It's amazing, and you can see we have this Norwegian ex-player who is from Cape Verde, and you can see he's almost crying in the football studio because all his dad is in the big pub in Oslo celebrating like it's a big national thing. And I think that's the beauty of football, not only that, because this World Cup is a money grab, the worst money grab we've ever seen. It's basically disgusting. But
Are you telling me
you have
that,
to take
to be
those.
honest, should we have a hydration break? Just get an
Yeah.
ad in and just make some money in here.
We need to have a hydration
Let's
break.
just put some ads in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3 minutes of ads, everyone.
Brought to you by Glock.
Yeah.
It was when
we
he
need
cuts and
some
it's got
sponsorship.
the Powerade thing all the way around the stadium. I'm like,
Powerade tastes like warm piss on a cold day.
It's America though, so it probably just tastes like chemicals anyways.
Yeah. No wonder.
But no, yeah, the World Cup's been interesting. I've watched a lot of the games. I've not watched any of the 5 a.m. ones because I ain't getting up or staying up for that. And the 2 a.m. ones I probably make about halfway through, and then I'm like, if it's a boring game, I'm like, I'm going to bed. I've had enough.
Yeah, I basically almost have my bags at the door because I think my wife is tired of me watching the games while she's trying to sleep.
Is that why you had to make dinner?
Yeah, basically. But we have first Norway match tonight against Iraq. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Well, France
should
is
be
currently
a
on.
clean sheet at least. Did you say France has scored?
No, France are currently on though, aren't they?
Yeah,
they are. I was trying to see the score too. If anything happened there.
So we also had Kev's team for the season. And I think you had it last week, Rico, so you might want to take
No, it was Shane last week. Shane had it last week.
Shane.
So that's why he said he'd made that change when he realised it today, or yesterday when there was no changes made. Yeah, we took it in turns with a team, so he kind of I think ended up to being a bit of a weird one where there's like 5 weeks of games technically, so he kind of landed on like 2-1, but that's fine.
Yeah.
So we should be comfortably second. Shane had a really good run after what we can say is a bit of a shaky start. I think he was having a bit of a meltdown with just MFL in total on those few days. So
shaky start. I can't remember that. What do you mean?
I can see a loss.
There's no red. There's no red in the middle. Just ignore that bit.
I was going to say there is no red. All I remember is playing in the cup against some brolic men.
I can see a red hair on the 11th of June.
I think you're lying, pal. No, to be fair, I think what it was, we went in with such confidence. We went in with power and belief, and then we ended up getting that cup tie against all 60+ rateds, and it was just like, right, deflate. Just deflate. Let's just not even think about it anymore. But
yeah, I think that was the main thing, was trying to rotate for that cup kind of cost us those 2 games around it. But the gap was so big already that we kind of decided that try and throw everything at the cup and see if we can make the final at least. But we lost in the semis.
Yeah.
We always lose in the
But now
semis.
we got playoffs, so hopefully we can get this team promoted for Kev.
Yeah, and it's my week, so I'm really happy about that.
Yeah, no
I'm
pressure.
ecstatic. No, it's no pressure. No, we're just managing the team from the guy who's one of the best tacticians on the game. So it's nice. Yeah, no pressure
It's
at all.
fine. It's down in Flint. I think he doesn't care that much.
No,
I say that he will probably message me straight away if we manage to fail.
I actually think he would like it if we got this team promoted though.
Yeah,
and with this and with this squad, we should actually get it promoted.
No pressure, boys.
Yeah, it's been some really nice progression on some of those players I've noticed as well. So that's been I hope he's happy with that.
Yeah, you have some 1+4 and a couple of +2s and a decent.
It's always hard down there because there's such a penalty for playing teams that are less overall than you. So actually getting that many +1s and +2s and even a +4 is quite impressive down there.
Yeah, but I also think that's this. You can see also the benefits of running tighter squads for getting better progression on squads, because it's not that far a gap between the worst and the best player. So most of the players are within a couple of overalls between each other, so you will get better progression. And that's been really good.
We were talking about it earlier in the week when I was sharing some of the details from the white paper about like percentages and stuff, because that's been something we've kind of been looking at lately to see, especially with Shane prepping his teams already for next season. That's been quite a focus.
Yeah, and it's I wasn't aware of that. So, like in the past seasons, I've had really big gaps in my squads, and seeing this now and the progression I've got myself this season, next season I'm going to stack more of an even score. As look, I haven't played this game for 10+ seasons, so every season is a learning curve, and we'll take the wins as we get them.
Not even read the white paper.
I was going to say, I think I've played it for 10 seasons. I'm still trying to figure out some stuff, so it's always learning, mate.
I was going to say, I only know it because one season, like before I left, I put all these guys that were rated like 64 to max 67. The progression was through the roof. I was just like, right, I've got 70s now, like keep it going kind of thing. But that's what I was saying about like the Duisburg, the German team. If we can get them all like the same kind of rated, we'll probably progress quite quick.
Yeah.
So that would be our team for next season. We're putting a team together where we're gonna have, did we say 6 to 8 players from each one of us, and we're just gonna start in Flint and just see how far up we can get, what progression we get.
Flint's
and that'll be an interesting one for us to keep a track of and compete with each other.
Yeah, that would be great, but we have to sell the club when it gets past ice because we are the Lower League Degens, man. We can't be in Diamond. We can't be in Flat. We can't do that. We need to be in the cesspool of the Lower League.
Tell you what, when our little 38 rated common goalkeeper that we've got sat stored away goes up to an 88, you tell me to sell that club when he's the only one in Diamond that can run.
I'm going to be honest with you, mate. If he gets anywhere near 60, he's gone anyway.
I told you both. There's a 10% sell-on clause, remember.
Yeah,
if he gets like plus 30, he's gone, mate.
But if you see this guy I got from you for, guy who you from the Pack Degen session you sent over to me, Mr. Hiller, Klaus Peter. No, it wasn't him. Sorry. Where is he?
Sorry, I don't recognize him.
Kjell Rogne. I got this. I got this from Shane.
There was a goalkeeper though, weren't there? Because don't tell me you've not got the German goalkeeper.
That was for me, I think.
That is for you. No, I got this one from you, and it's I paid a whopping price of.
I can't remember. All I know is we need to put them into the squad, like we said last time.
Yeah, I've got the 38 American keeper that is 5'11".
But this guy's gone up from 48 to a 50 in the dev center for half a season.
You know what's horrific? I've had mine in the dev center. My centre mid. And I don't actually think he's done a single thing. Where is he?
Yeah, Dev Centre's not been nice to me this season.
I don't even know where he is. He's that bad.
I think I've only had 2+1s in the Dev Center for players in there.
I have a lot of players coming out for next season. It's going to be fun.
I can't remember where that guy was, the centre mid that I said I'd put in, but he's just done nothing. He's literally just sat there and stagnated.
But yeah, this is the last week. So we got the last few games happening. Last league game tomorrow, where I think me and Shane both got things on the line. So should I go with Zelina first because that's where we're both kind of managing it together.
Yeah.
He's still looking for his
1
player.
second, I found him. Big Barry on 73%. He's been used the boy. He has just not done anything.
At least you got him out on loan. That's not too bad.
I don't even want to talk about progression.
Talking about getting players on loan, you know that guy that I loaned out like 2 days ago, and I was like, where is he going? I've sold him as well.
He's gone up plus 54 in the last day.
No, he's just someone just sent me an offer, and I was just like, sure, just have it.
You know what?
It was like $4. I was like, thank you very much.
I got a very wild offer for Ariantes, my Brazilian centre back, and it was very wild, and it got rejected swiftly.
Was it? I assume wild bad then.
Yes, it was very wild of the whole 10p that wouldn't have even cost me a Fredo. I was just like, right, yep, that is what.
Okay, I have seen a few of those offers. I think people have been doing that for rally.
Yeah, they can rally right next to the funker. Sorry, my language.
I did see some people message saying like, "Oh, like I've sold this player for 10 cents, but I'm getting him back," kind of thing. He's just for this rally. But
well, like I said,
he tried.
They can rally right out the back door and get gone, pal. Like no chance. But yeah, you know.
How's your Selena team doing, Shane?
We're sat in 10th, pal. It's not looking good. Well, no, it is looking good.
It's a tight one.
Yeah, it's like we need a win tomorrow, and we need a loss there tomorrow. Hamburg play, I think, New Saints. We play. Who do we play?
Lagos, just below them as well.
So, like I said, I'm pretty sure Hamburg play. Yeah. So it's going to be like a tricky one because we really need. Like we went on a really good run of unexpected. We got a win.
Like you said, a really good run, and I'm looking at the red scores. I'm like, oh.
No, listen, right? Listen, look at where they are. Shanghai, we were never going to win. I'm sorry, but no. Vitoria were going up for promotion, and then they beat us. Like, these are pretty good teams, but we forgot to rotate, didn't we, into Hamburg. We got like a shock.
Yeah, Hamburg, there was a bit of a miscommunication there. And, and we ended up by just running a really weird team that got us a draw the day before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we got a draw again, so it wasn't too bad.
We were happy with the Bistock draw. Like it was like margins. Last minute, we could have clutched like a 2-1 win. And then I looked at my team for Hamburg because I was like, oh, the owner's got to come down and sit in his little seat. And I was like, I'm sure I seen this lineup yesterday. What's going on? I had to get onto the manager. I did. I had to put the brakes on. But no, I think like as long as we stay in there next season, I'm pretty happy with it because like we built a squad now that's either going to rip Stone apart or get us comfortably like mid-table, iron, probably higher, depending.
Let's clip this up just for next season, just in case.
Yeah. Everybody
when I'm sat in Spark in 3 seasons' time, I'm going to say it's Rico as well. I'm just going to be like, it's on the manager, boys. We should have sacked him earlier.
Yeah, but to be fair, I say if the manager gets relegated, team gets relegated, manager's gone, I think.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm thinking, to be fair.
Yeah.
He can take his 2K MFL and get out. That's what he can do.
but to be fair, if you end up in the playoff spot, you're still gonna probably manage to stay up because you will be fully rested, and you will meet the team that needs to win to get up. So
Hopefully, that's what I'm hoping. I'm just more excited. Like, I'm probably going to earn more MFL from the rallies than I actually do from my squads this season. Like, keep on rallying. That's all I'm saying. But
yeah, because you won 2K on the first one already, so
yeah,
and a
I'm
big
doing
win
pretty-
for Iran, so we should be at 3 more games at least.
Yeah, like, to be fair, Iran are doing really well. 7-1 win. Obviously, I'm not going to go into the tactics because I'm pretty sure I probably get shouted at. But yeah,
Social
like,
media person shouldn't be on the tactics.
no, we stay away from that. We do.
you need to do the TikToks, mate.
Wow, mate, I've been thinking about a dance, but I'm not too sure what dance goes with Iran, to be honest. So I don't really want to be culturally inappropriate. Like, I don't know. But yeah, I've just been enjoying the fan rallies. I think my team's been smashing it. Like, I had a couple of like 6-0 wins and stuff. Just watching for like where my teams go next season, because I bought like quite heavy into a few younger players for next season, like Roya. He looks quality. He's gone up +3 this season, so he does look quality, to be fair. And just kind of keep the momentum going. See how Duisburg, the German team, I'm sick of trying to say Duisburg, with Captain Arantes.
Yeah.
But
I think we'll also come into that next episode when we will talk about the plans for everything next season and have a little recap of everything. So it will be real fun.
Yeah,
And
unlike Shane, I've not actually planned anything for next season yet. So Shane's already putting pre-agreements in and all of this. I'm just waiting for a rollover day before I can figure out what the hell's happening.
Yeah, I'm dreading rollover day this season.
Too busy scouting the big boys. You are, mate. That's what you are. You're too busy.
Yeah, but he's
Too
earning
busy,
more
full
MFL of
stop.
that from his than he earns from his clubs. Let the man have his fun.
I know. I'm going to turn
I do
myself
love the
into a
market.
professional scout soon. I'm just going to be like, scout for hire, scout for hire.
No, but to be fair, to give it to Rico, it's like some of the players he actually suggested to me as well, just to shout him out a bit here. Let's go down here and see.
Oh, he's looking for the pioneer.
This guy, by the way, he hadn't progressed anything when I got him, and he's got himself a nice +1 after I bought him. And 19-year-old, of course, I paid through the nose for him, but a +1 in his first season. That's kind of all right. Can't complain about that.
I could not say his last name drunk. That's all I know. Bognan what? Bognan what?
Yeah, no, as I said before, I just love being on the market and having a look at stuff. So it's always fun. I normally don't buy players. I did buy a full Portuguese team because I'm doing the Portugal Rally. But yeah, I'm not really buying players. So it's always good to just look for players for other people and just be able to follow how well those players do.
Yeah. And it's another avenue for basically enjoying MFL. You find your niche and have fun with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Apparently, Senegal almost just took the lead against France. Go on, the Senegalese boys.
I can see France keeping a clean sheet, but
no. I can't see Mbappe getting a goal this World Cup.
Can you not? I think you will.
For the MFL team, it's Alias the Blues, in it, or whatever it is. Like, I don't. Hey, if Ireland aren't there, I'm not really interested in the World Cup. So one day we'll have a golden generation.
Just not today.
Yeah, but in your fan rally chain, are you doing the full Iranian team or?
Yeah, so I've got like the full Iran team. I went out and like sniped up some players for like $1, $2, little bits and bobs like that. So just like I said, I've been enjoying it, to be fair. I think it's like a really cool concept. I just wish I'd have bought, like, probably big brained it and gone, I'm gonna need this and this, like for like England today and stuff. Like I'd have probably fan rallied for England. I don't know, try getting up there, but or a smaller nation, seeing if I can try and get up there. Because like I said, like the 2K MFL on offer. If you'd done that with like 3 or 4 nations that were like ending, starting, and you got to the top, or like even 2 nations, that's 4K like a week, really.
Yeah.
You know, you could end up like for someone with like a pretty, I'd say like small agency like ourselves, that 4K would mean like a boatload for us.
Yeah, it's a limited player pack, you know.
Not even that. Like if you think about it, by the end of the group stages, you're talking possibly an uncommon pack.
Yeah.
So like I said, it's just trying to maintain and keep on top of that, see where we get to, kind of thing for it. If Iran obviously get out of the group, that's a big bonus straight away. I'm not sure how it's paid, because I did see Lucas saying like it's almost paid instantaneously, I think, out. So that'd be like pretty fun. Obviously, if we get past the round of 32, even better. I can't see it though, because like a lot of these teams, like obviously like with Quinny yesterday, looking at Saudi Arabia, I didn't think there'd be that many like good Saudi players, to be honest. I didn't think
There's a lot.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like all these random little nations have got really good players. So like, I think I looked at it like the worst we can face after the group stage. If we obviously come first, we'd get like I can't remember who it was, like a mini nation. But if we came second, I think we'd get Scotland. And then I think that's like a big, like that's a big one. Like, you know,
but this is where the +1, +2, +3s really come in handy, and I think people are starting to realize that.
Yeah, massively. That's what I mean. Like, you can always definitely tell. Like, I'm not sure how they're actually applied to the players. I've not asked Mr. Gaffer that yet, like how he applies them, if it goes spread across all players or not. But it's like it definitely showed yesterday that a +3 to beat someone 7-1, not that can't just be down to how good you are tactically and stuff. That's got to be down to like everyone getting involved and stuff. And like, you know, we've been quite involved with it, so I'm just happy to keep it up and see how far we can get. Like if it's instantly paid out after the groups, like I'm back on the market. I think my issue at the moment is I've got a burning hole when it comes to my Dapper wallet. As soon as something goes in, I've got to get it back out. But we'll see. We'll see. If I get that 60, let me double check how much it is. I believe it's like $60 for Iran, my shares in Iran. 74, 57 on a group exit. Potentially gets me an ice club. I'll take another ice club, why not?
Yeah, clubs are quite cheap right now, to be honest, so...
Yeah, well,
I need to get to... but I'm backing the Gaffer of Norway to get us at least to the runners up, so I'll get $126 if so it's all right.
You know what's crazy? If we get to runners up with Iran, which, you know, hypothetically would be absolutely amazing, for my $100 back, I would get $468 back. I'm not saying there's pressure. I'm not saying that there's no pressure from my side, but if I get $400,
not saying there's pressure, but
if I get $400 back, someone's getting a kiss. Someone is receiving a kiss in the mail. But yeah, like I said, it's even the round of 62. Like I don't know about you two, but I've kind of looked at it and gone, it's more of like a cash back, and if I can get as much cash back as I laid out, like that's fine with me. Like I'm pretty happy with that. I'm just happy to be like involved with it, kind of thing. Like obviously me and Fantasy Gaffer, like I'm not going to take away from his tactical knowledge. I've helped where I can with certain formations, but I'm not going to say like it's all down to me. It's definitely all down to him. He's got a vast amount of knowledge. We'll just see how he goes with it, kind of thing.
Yeah,
I've seen those conversations on Discord, because I've ended up on the Iran Discord. Didn't realize you could only be in one of the chats, so I'm actually not in the Portugal one. So,
Good.
so
Nah,
if
but
Iran gets Portugal, you might have a spy in there.
yeah, you're going to be leaking the information.
I tell you what,
Be wary.
I'll move it to a private Discord, or I'll just make up something, some new native language that you're not going to understand.
No, but I didn't go into this for making my money back, because that's a long shot in any case. But I think the tournament is a really cool idea, and I'm having so much fun. I'm so engaged, and you can see the whole community is also really engaged, and it's for good and bad. It's a really fun thing, and the fan rallies are cool, and it gets you. It will provide the same as the World Cup provides, because it's some football or some content to consume while the other leagues are dead. So now we're going into the mid-season, to the end of the season, and the pre-season, and all the stuff that's going on in the regular seasons in MFL, and we can still have fun rallying and following the clubs and having fun with the tournament, and I love it. It's basically brilliant.
100%. There was loads of content yesterday when someone put a left back in right mid.
Let's not go there.
There was content everywhere.
Behave.
It was spouting everywhere. It was coming all around me.
Anyways, let's move on from
Anyways.
that. I did buy a club in this past week, which was probably the biggest thing that I had. I kind of took a gamble. So it's an interesting gamble for me. So I bought an Iron club, Portuguese club. I don't really care that it's Portuguese. I bought it just because it was good rev share. So I think it's on 0%, or it's either 0 or 2. I was looking at a few, so this one's on 0. So I'll be getting all the MFL for that. And I'm kind of weirdly in a similar situation as the Zelina, but it's more my fault, because literally since I bought it, I haven't won a game. So it's been a hard one, but
Evidence
I am
to the manager
going to relegation playoffs, so that'll be hopefully they don't get relegated. Granted, if they don't get relegated, I haven't got the players for Iron, so I'll probably be trying to sell the club at the end of the season.
Well, I think I said
Just
to
flipping
you,
it.
Well,
Yeah.
I think I said to you, if that stays and Zelina goes, we'll probably have a deal to be made there, because I feel like the players that we brought in, like, we have got some tasty boys for next season. Like, they are going to be like big hitters, especially the striker. Like, he's going to, in all my testing that I've done with that formation, he scores like a hat trick every game, and I'm like, come on then, the boy.
Yeah. No, but this
Yeah.
was pretty good. I'm getting quite a bit of MFL out of this. I paid $110, which I think is a pretty good price for an Iron club, even if it does get relegated. So I took a bit of a gamble on it, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Opening bid 50 pence and a Fredo. You know what?
It's not bad starting one.
Because we're good buddies, I'll throw in 2 Fredos.
This season I actually can't get finished soon enough, because my season with my clubs in the league is absolutely horrible.
Yeah, mine's been bad. As I said, I bought quite a few of Portuguese players, so I went on a bit of a buying spree to get a full Portuguese stack. But yeah, when it comes to my clubs, you can just see a lot of red here. So it's not very good. If it wasn't this one win, which was before I bought the club, it's pretty much just red across everything else. So it's been a hard week.
Yeah, it's the same as with me for my Norwegian project, with my whole Norwegian team was projected 5th or something, and I think I haven't won a game in 2, 6, 4, 6, 8, 9 games I've lost on a row. And
9 losses in a row.
Yeah, and that's basically only in the league. So if I had 10 losses in the league on a row, one draw.
I think we need to change our name. We shouldn't be the Lower League.
I do like that you beat Manchester City, though.
Yeah, I took them in the cup.
Oh, hello, boys.
Shane's all stopping grounds.
Yeah, no, but it's I'm really I did some fuck ups putting the team together for an engine that I didn't understand, and this engine is kind of hard to understand, but that's no excuse. But now that I've figured out something that works for some of my other teams, I can't apply it to this team because I don't have the players to run that formation.
The good thing is we've got this
into all
engine for
this
another
fun
season.
stuff in the next episode.
Yeah,
I got
another season of the engine, so it should be good.
Oh yes, this engine. But yeah, I got another offer for the Manchester club to buy it back. But a thing that I wanted to talk about this episode is like I think I said it last couple of days ago in our chat, is like the price that you put on a club license, where it's from. Because like I love Manchester, and being a Manchester City fan, I'd love a Manchester City team. But is it really worth the $130 where it's currently sat in stone? I don't think so. Not when you can go and buy an Iron Club with 0 rev. What you're guaranteed like 12. Yeah, you're guaranteed 12k MFL. That's probably going to get relegated this season, the Manchester team. So you're talking 130 realistically for an ice. I just think, like, not to say people are being swindled or anything, but I do think, like, unless MFL bring out some special tournament and you represent where you're from and, like, do all that kind of jazz, it's not really worth it. Like, I've just thought about it. It's not really, like, worth it at all. That's why I ended up selling them both on, like, at a little loss, because I was like, realistically, if they get relegated, they're not in for what I'm going to have to fill a team just to get them back up out of compassion rather than stick to the main goal. But I was just wondering, like, what you two think about that. I obviously know you're going to fit all your Norway licenses, Thomas.
Yeah, no, it's basically, it's for some people it's worth that kind of money, but it's supply and demand. You know, it's with everything. If you have a Liverpool license, you get more paid. For the Welsh people around, you will pay more for the Welsh license or the Wrexham license and stuff like that. And I've been lucky enough. I didn't pay too much for my Norwegian licenses on the whole, but for the I think there's one license that's been staying around for or been on the market for a good long time. Let's see here. Which is a piss take.
I've not actually looked at this, I don't think. I normally don't look at
because you have,
when
like,
I'm looking at clubs.
You have this Bodø Glimt license for $1,000 in stone. Well, and you have this new Oslo license, freshly mint, for $200 in Flint.
There's a Manchester license on there, and I think it's like 10k.
Yeah, but it's like for some people, you want to have. Some people likes only to buy the fresh clubs from MFL to have their own history in their club, and then it's worth it for them. And of course, I'm thinking about if I wanted to really do the Norwegian thing. I'm from Oslo, so an Oslo club, fresh mint with only my history, my games on it. Of course, I would pay more for that. But that's sentimental, and that's different for every person around. But of course, you can use your argument that it's not worth it. You can buy a club for 60 or 50. Then it's not also worth it to buy a new club from MFL for $79.99 with some bonuses.
Well, yeah, that's been my opinion, to be honest, for a while. I think MFL probably need to adjust the price of new clubs that they sell, because I think it's getting to the point that when you need to spend $80 to get a Flint club, and it's really hard to get out of Flint, whereas you can go and buy a Stone club for $60 like I did last season.
Yeah, but then you
kind of puts things into perspectives.
Of course, but it's cheaper to fill a Flint team to get promotion than it is to fill a Stone team to stay up.
It's not that much cheaper if you look at actually getting promoted from Flint, though.
Well, I said I put a consideration in our little chat together, and I said, like, about buying a new club, and, like, I think if the right offer came along, I'd probably take the risk on buying a new license or whatever. Like I think they done a $20 cashback. So then what was it, like $50? Like I think
60.
around that price, it's not too bad. Like I could probably go, you know what, fair enough. Like it's worth it. Just take the risk on, you know, being a licensed buyer. You know, if it comes out and it's Oslo and I go, you know what, cheapest on there is 200. I'll give it you for 100. like it's, and I don't want to be like that, but you know, like you said, it's a supply and demand market. Like you can do that, but I do think like I'm not saying there should be a change, because at the end of the day, I think if there's a change like that that's dramatic, it's not out of our pockets, it's out of MFL's pockets, and it's out of stuff that they'd be able, like their capabilities then of being able to, you know, like provide what they're doing, like pay the team and stuff.
Yeah, I agree with that, but they are currently stuck in not selling enough Flint clubs, because that Flint league is not filling up. If anything, there's I was actually looking at graphs, and there's less people owning one club now than it was like 2 months ago.
Yeah, there's more multi-club users.
I think there's more multi-club users, but there's less people coming in and buying clubs.
I think
And
even
I
if
think
they do
if
that,
the price continues to be $80, they need to come to the agreement if they want to sell 100 clubs per season at $80, or if they want to sell 200 at $60. Like,
I think that's
the
the
amount of
gamble.
people that probably come in and just buy a club off the secondary market because it's $20 cheaper.
Yeah, that is the trade.
Because you can fill half a team in Flint for $20.
Exactly.
That is the trade-off, because like currently I've got people that are like messaging me from like family members that are from like the FIFA community, and like they pay an obscene amount on FIFA. Like they're both single males, like pay an obscene amount of money on FIFA each year, kind of getting bored of it now. I think we've all kind of agreed this is probably going to be like the last FIFA that we all play together. So they were asking me about this, and I believe they've come in and bought like a club, but because they've got the funds, like they've gone like well higher up. Like I did recommend just buying a club pack, but then like you said, the justification is like you're trying to tell someone to buy a club pack, but then if they want a bronze club, they can go and buy a bronze club for $200 and already be at a place where they want to play, not, you know, come in, spend $80 on this and kind of see where it goes. Like, obviously, they want to start from the bottom kind of thing, but at the same time, like, for their budgets, I just kind of said, like, probably better go in a bit higher for the price that you're going to pay for a club. Like, you're not going to enjoy it probably half as much down there when, you know, one of these guys wanted to buy this Lego, and I was like, right, you're going to put him in a Flint team? Like, what are we doing here? Like,
I'd love to see that, to be honest.
I was just like, he wanted to go and buy this 99 pace, like 80 odd shooting striker, and I was like, what are we doing here? Like, we cannot be having him down at the bottom. He was like, yeah, but I want to build the team up. He was like, like he was saying, like, can you choose where your club's from? Like, can you choose a region? I was like, no. I was like, I think that'd be like, I don't know. I like the randomness of it, but then I feel like for $80, we should be probably allowed to choose a region. It should be like either $80 you choose your region, $60 you get random. And like, if that's the trade-off that they kind of do, because you could choose Europe as a region, you know, Asia as a region. Like, you know, I wouldn't mind a Daegu club. Like, I'd love a Daegu club, but like, I think that could potentially be a trade-off of like, right, you're going to pay the full amount, and like you said, you can choose a Scandinavian club, and then Thomas is really happy because he gets Oslo or Bodo or wherever he wants. And then because he's paid that little bit more, he's kind of got somewhere in that region that he wants.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I do think I think we're not on rocky roads. I still thoroughly enjoy MFL, but I do think, like, looking in general and stuff, obviously I'm not really here to talk about the engine, and I'm not that high up to be able to go, oh, I think this is bad because I don't have a 99 shooting striker and 99 pace and all this. But like, I am seeing a lot of people kind of complaining about the engine, and like, especially being higher up, I think that the one thing I'd like to see is like probably people taken care of a bit more. And I know that people in the community got to chat with the MFL team, which is really good. At least they're acknowledging that there is an issue.
Yeah.
Where like, other companies probably wouldn't acknowledge there's an issue. They'd just go, all right, next season we're gonna fix this. And it's like, well, let's acknowledge the issue now and then probably go from next season to fix, rather than let's see how it plays out next season and then the season after we'll fix kind of thing. It is relatively only a small team, as everyone knows. Like, I really appreciate them guys, like, for what they've done for like the actual game itself and for like the player progression and stuff. It's like far more than what I could capably do on my own sat in a bedroom. Like, you know, it's pretty impressive, but I do think it's kind of getting to that point of like there's an impasse here, and I wouldn't. My fear is, well, not a fear, but my thing is more like I wouldn't like to see some of these people leave that are really good people for MFL and the community and stuff, just because, you know, the engine's not right, or just because like you said, people aren't buying the clubs to fill these leagues. How many times have you not been relegated now? That must be getting pretty boring for you. Like, if you can't get relegated, or if you're getting promoted too easy, we're gonna get to that point where it's gonna divide the community. Whereas I think the MFL community is like pretty good and pretty strong, and you know, we should keep it that way.
I think it's a good thing that they're going to run the engine for 2 seasons going forward and not change the engine for every season. And it gives an opportunity to every time have an live testing that will be a very good thing for the game in a whole. But I also think that before they put out anything else, like, I know they're doing the tactic, the training and the specialized training and stuff. They need to sort out their gaming experience before they add anything new to the game, because the core mechanics of the game have to be functional to keep people coming back and keep the community staying here. Because without the community, without the community flocking around the game is dead. So they need to sort out the engine, but that's seems to have a bigger effect in the higher divisions. So we're not really that affected by it yet, but you do kind of, it's like when you're competitive, if you see something not going your way, it's always the engine's fault or somebody else's fault. It's never your own bad tactics or bad players in a system that doesn't work. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it reminds me a bit of FIFA, because I always feel like FIFA comes into that cycle of people think the gaming is pretty good at the start, the engine's good, but then by the time you're an ultimate team with everyone's running around with 96 rated players, everyone's like, oh, this is too overpowered, and so and so. And I think that's a bit what happens as well on MFL, because it must be hard to make an engine that works for guys on 50 on every stat, but also work for someone that's got 99 on every stat.
Yeah, like I said, I do agree. Like, keeping the engine running for 2 years, 2 seasons, sorry, is a good thing. I just think like minor tweaks, like I said, like we were talking just before we like actually officially start recording, like silly things for me, of like my strikers 1-on-1 with an easy like just pass the ball to your left and it's a goal, and he decides, you know what, I really like that crossbar, I'm gonna hit it, and then a right back decides, I tell you what, I'm going to run into midfield, lose the ball, and all the centre backs are like forward with me as well, and let them get a quick break. Like, I'm finding like defenders are getting the pockets picked like very quickly. Like I said, strikers, I don't think I've seen more shots that, you know, obviously, like I said, I've not got 99 shooting on my guys, which, you know, probably might affect it, but when I've got 87 on one of my players, and he just decides to cane the crossbar every match, and you're like, right, come on, something's got to happen here, kind of thing. Like, or he gets it in the 6-yard box, literally on the penalty spot, and he shoots wide. I think like that's probably got to then be looked into. Like, what?
Yeah,
Why
but
is a guy
Ferran Torres did
shooting?
that last night, so it's
Yeah,
basically mirroring.
Yeah,
Come
just
on,
don't sign
Ferran's-
Ferran, mate.
Ferran
That's what you
is
need to
just
do.
not an elite level striker. Get Alvaro Morata on that pitch, and he will show you the way, pal.
Mate,
but
the only elite
I'm-
striker right now is Chris Wood.
Yeah, but to be fair, I'm not that tactically good in this game or no coding as much. So my opinions is based on my small narrow view of it, and I think it's, from what I know, it's like if you do one little tweak in one of the parameters of an engine, you can have so many unforeseen repercussions of that minor tweak in other areas, and it's that's why you have big teams like in FM doing testing for several years to get a proper engine going.
I think
so
they should hire Rico, let him scout the issues, and then he'll be able to pluck the best issues out.
I was going
Right,
to say, I was
issue
listening to
here.
the Wendirk podcast earlier today, and I do agree with Jimbo that they do need to get people testing it all the way down, because I do worry that they just have people testing it on the top end, like top end teams testing the new engine, and doesn't really work on further down.
Yeah,
and vice versa. So they need to be able, if they're coming up with this testing team, as it was kind of discussed, they need to make sure that there's people across all the different tiers, so they're not just having everyone running around with 90 rated players telling them how the engine should be.
But some of the guys that will probably be on that testing team will have access to like Spark teams and Stone teams and stuff. They can't only test it in Diamond. I can't imagine they're going to do it like that. And
no, but I know loads of players, like managers, that when they're testing tactics and stuff, especially in preseason, they're testing it with their top team. They aren't testing them with their bottom teams to see and try and bring that up.
Yeah, but that's also why they're going to have this live experimental engine going live all the time, where you actually can test during your whole season for everyone. And they want everyone to come with like good feedback to the engine.
Everyone come with the pitchforks.
No, but have proper feedback, not just I fucking lost my game. My striker is shit. The engine is rubbish. Like come with
I did read some of the feedbacks last season, and as much as I appreciate the whole here's some MFL for feedback, they probably should take that away, because I do feel like people just fill in feedback for the sake of filling feedback to try and get some MFL.
Excuse me, I got a bit of MFL, but
exactly.
Mine was pretty severe though. So my feedback was, I don't know if you noticed, but like when your defensive line, so I have mine, I'm not going to give my tactics out, but I have mine very low.
This will go after the last game, so it should be fine.
Yeah, this is fine then. So I have mine set back really low, like bring it on. I'm going to counter attack, I'm going to score. And I don't understand why my back line is so straight. And then next minute, my centre back just sees the centre mid and goes, oh, I'm going to go mark that guy that's on the other side of the pitch. Opens the gap dead wide. They get a quick boof ball over and it's in. Like that was my kind of thing of like, obviously, like I said, I think the team have done incredibly well. I just think like these little tweaks here that you do see, and I see it in quite a lot of games. Like when I'm sat here bored, I'll watch France, but I'll also be watching an MFL game, and like I'll watch all different leagues, and you see it consistently over like all the different leagues. Like that centre back's just moving up a little bit more, even though he's on low positional freedom. I tell him, be an obedient little centre back that I want you to be. Like, just stay there, please. My right back's now a right winger. We don't want this. Like, just stay in your lane, pal. Like,
but do we know if that's just is the engine, or if it's just like you have in FM, you have the graphic representation of what the engine is doing? That can be a discrepancy in comparison. So But as I said, I'm not tactically astute enough to do that.
I say bring 3D.
I just love being in the cesspool of the lower leagues.
Bring 3D so I can shout at my centre back.
No,
I
no,
also
no,
want
no,
shouts.
no.
I want shouts. I want to berate my players on the side of the pitch.
They should give us shouts, but do it like FM where they actually did nothing.
Yeah.
They never done nothing. I always used to praise my boys and they'd go and score another goal.
No.
They did actually. He got proved that did
I've
nothing.
never done nothing.
I literally took my local team within Shore Town all the way from like the depths of English spool of football, like non-league, all the way up to the Premier League. And I remember last game of the season, I'm like level with Manchester City points. I'm playing Manchester City to win the league. And I praised them, they go and score. It was scenes. I was running around my living room, my top, like, and that's my own club. Like, I just praised them. And then at halftime, berated them
praise shout.
Yeah. I feel like we should have like a little phone call button so I can phone my manager, Rico, what's going on? Like, we're 6-1 down. Well, tell you what,
mate, I'm sacked in the morning.
Get out.
Yeah, you are sacked in the morning, I think.
But no.
Well, I'm gonna go celebrate my cup win and watch Norway beat the shit out of Iraq. So, boys, as always, this has been a pleasure.
Yeah, hopefully that's what happens in the games. Yeah, good luck to you guys for the last little bit of the season, and we'll come back next week to do a recap and kind of a look ahead. We've had the dates for the new season, so we can go through that as well.
What have you had? You said
dates for
the dates for season 15.
Excellent.
More good luck to you. Like, I wish you the best of luck. Get us out of this relegation zone.
I'll try my best.
Now have a good one, guys, and remember to like and subscribe on the video. It helps us a lot. It's always important.